Well, good evening, Tubies. It's Lord Ision. Welcome to Saturday night. Well, here it is Saturday night. I've been doing readings all day and teaching classes. And now it's time that we go out and have a late night walk and a scrying seance. So many of you have been writing and saying, Lord Ision, we love the late night scrying sessions. Will you do more? And I'm hearing you. So we're going to do that. So come on along. Well, Tubies, I'm out tonight. It's a hot summer night. The sky is dark and black. A little bit of blueness left. But it's so good to be out and walk with you. I've had such a busy day. I want to say thank you to all of you who've been calling for readings. We've had such a great time. And I want to say thank you to all of you who came out to my class today. We had a big turnout, and I so enjoyed that. Today we talked about clairsentience and infused knowledge. And if you missed that class, you missed a great experience. And I hope that you'll consider joining our next class. Our next class is going to be this upcoming Saturday, and we're going to study more on infused knowledge, and we're going to talk about how to read objects. It's called psychometry. So if you've been wanting to explore your psychic skills, you might want to register for the class. If you'd like to register for our class, it's a very simple process. Just go to my website, PsychicBob.com, and when you scroll down the front screen, you'll see a header. It says Psychic Development Class, and underneath that will be a PayPal button. Just click on that, enter your information, make your payment. It's going to be $30 for next Saturday's class, and you can be in the class. So make sure to register as soon as you can, because I cut off registration on Friday evenings. So, but we had a great time, and I'm just so excited. And I hope you'll come out to this upcoming Saturday's class. Here we are walking along the edge of the river. Over that way is the river. You can't see it. It's dark now. Look at this wonderful, well-worn path, as you can see, through the park. A lot of people are out in their cars tonight. Well, I guess it is Saturday night. I love to walk at night. A lot of you said that because of my videos, you've started to explore walking at night as well. I'm really happy to hear that, because I think walking at night gives you a very different perspective. It helps you to get in touch with the inner you, that mystical self. Well, tonight we're going to do a special seance. We're going to do a crystal ball scrying. A lot of you have been writing in and asking, say, Lord Ision, would you do a crystal scrying? And we're going to do that tonight, so I'm glad you're here. And here we are at this wonderful little table and benches. And I brought Louie along tonight. As you can see, he's sitting here in the moonlight. Hi, Louie. Louie's brought a very valuable magical tool with us tonight. So let's take a look. And behold, my mystical crystal ball. So we're going to use that tonight. So let the adventure begin. You know, one of the things I didn't factor in tonight was the humidity. It's rather humid. My ball is fogging over. It's been kept in my house in air conditioning. Since I brought it out, it's literally clouding over. It's not psychic clouds, it's actual physical condensation. So we'll wipe it off with the sacred veil and see if we can gaze within. And when you crystal scry, like all forms of scrying, you want to just relax into it. Don't stress, don't strain. Just let yourself be lulled into a relaxed, peaceful state. Sometimes you'll find that you want to pick up the ball and hold it in your hands. And that's what I'm doing, holding it in my hand here. I'm using the veil so I don't get finger smudges all over it. And just trying to relax with this gazing. And as I'm looking into the ball, it's kind of hypnotic. I think that The crystal ball is one of the scrying devices that really helps you to go into a deep kind of meditative place. As I'm looking at it here, I'm just starting to see movement within the ball, like clouds. A lot of times with scrying, you'll get the experience of clouds starting to form. And if you do have that, just let it happen. Don't be afraid. It's quite natural. Just enjoy the view. You'll find that your eyes become a little heavy when you do scrying. That means you're starting to enter the alpha state, a mild trance. And that's very ideal for mystical visions. I've decided just to hold the crystal in my hands. Sometimes direct contact with the crystal can help infuse it with power. I felt holding it through the veil, it was starting to slip out of my hands, and even though it's smudging up the glass a little bit, I think we're getting a much better view. And as I'm looking into the crystal, I'm getting more clouds. And what's interesting is I feel like I'm walking across a field at sunset. The sky looks orange to me. The grass is green. I'm seeing a setting sun. I have such a sense of peace. And I'm walking across this beautiful green field. The sky is a deep orange color. You know how sunset is? And as I'm looking across the field, I see somebody walking towards me. This is a man, and he's veiled similar to me. He's dressed in brown robes and a brown veil. He looks a little like Ben Kenobi, but it's not Ben Kenobi from Star Wars, but he looks a little like that. And he's walking with a staff, a beautiful carved wooden staff. Fascinating. And as I look at this man approaching to me, I notice his dignity. He's a powerful person. I can tell he's a priest of the Wicca. I'm looking at him and he looks familiar, but he's still a little far away. And now I can hear him speaking. He's speaking with a British accent. And he says, "Come here. I wish to speak with you." And as I get closer, I realize I know this voice and this face. I'm seeing Gerald Gardner. He says, "You can call me Sire." I think this was his spiritual name. He said, "I am Sire." And he said, "But you know me as Gerald." And he's smiling at me. He said, "I've been wanting to come and meet many of you today." He said, "It does my heart good that the craft that I sought to preserve is still going on the earth." He said, "I've been making the rounds," as he says, "to many people. And you will hear in the coming months of many people channeling me and receiving visitations. For I am once again active on the earth. I am guiding the Wiccans." And he said, "There are forces who would wish to stop your work. But he said, it will never stop. The old ways will always continue." This is so amazing. He's literally, I can hear him and see him. His presence is very palpable. Gerald's asking me to continue. He says, continue with the old ways. He said, I've long left the earth, though my influence is felt. We still need teachers upon the earth. I hope you will continue in your craft, instructing, guiding, and helping those who want to know the ways of the Wicca. I'm looking into his eyes and I'm nodding and I'm saying, yes, Gerald. Excuse me, yes, sire. Or shall I call you Lord, sire? He's showing me his staff now. And he said it is the sign of the Wicca, the sacred staff. And he said, those who follow the old ways should carry one now and then. He said, especially when you get older, it will help you to walk. But it carries magical power. It is a wand. And if you wish to carry the wand, it will only help you. I acknowledge it. And he's showing me his staff. It's beautiful. It's all natural wood. He said it's made of oak. And he's got runes carved in it and symbols. I don't know all the symbols. He said these are from the Book of Shadows. And these are runes. And he's like showing this almost like an instruction of how I might create my own staff. Gerald's telling me, he says, remember to always have joy in your hearts and in your rites. He said the worship of the goddess should be free and spontaneous. And he said, if you keep joy in your heart, then the craft will never die, and I will have much joy in my heart. He says to me, he says, I have to go now. There are many others that I must visit. But I wanted to stop here, for I saw the portal between the worlds open, and I knew that one of my own was here. And I'm telling him, thank you, Gerald, for coming. And he said, well, I'll be seeing you around. And he's now turning around, walking back across the field. And as he walks, I see his robes blowing in the wind, his staff going before him. And now the image is starting to fade. And it looks like it's gone. And now we're back to an empty crystal. Still beautiful, even though there's no vision now. And so now I've set the crystal back in its holder. Isn't it lovely? Well, guys, I have so enjoyed having this crystal ball seance tonight. And I hope it's inspired you to explore the mystical world of scrying. Well, if you've enjoyed this tonight, I hope you will help me out. Please like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends, hit subscribe, be part of our channel. We'd love you to be here. Every Saturday we do some form of seance. Some weeks I do trance channeling, some weeks I do scrying. Now that we're in the summer, I really enjoy our nighttime scrying sessions under the moon and the stars. I think the witches of old would go out on summer nights and do these very sorts of things. And so I'm glad that you're here, and I hope that you'll be part of our channel. So we welcome you. Please join us each Saturday for our scrying seance. Well, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap it up, get this video out to you guys. I hope wherever you are, you're having a blessed Saturday night. I hope you're exploring all things mystical. Tell me in the box below, have you ever worked with a crystal ball? I'm curious to know. Now, it doesn't have to be a giant one. Maybe you have a little crystal. They make them in all sizes. If you have, tell me if you've worked with a crystal ball and tell me about your crystal ball. I'd love to hear about it. This crystal ball of mine, by the way, just for some trivia, is about 25 years old. I bought it down in Georgetown about 25 years ago. And I've loved it and had it ever since. So it's an old crystal, and it's an heirloom piece. So tell me about your crystal ball. Don't forget to visit my website, PsychicBob.com. You can register for my psychic development class next Saturday. We're talking about the mystical abilities of infused knowledge and psychometry. So I hope you'll come out and join our class. Guys, thanks for being here. I love all of you. We'll see you back here tomorrow on Sunday. By the way, be here 7 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. That's 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 5 Mountain, 4 p.m. Pacific. For our live broadcast, we're going to do Sunday night hangout with Psychic Bob. You don't want to miss it. For those of you in London, it's midnight London time, 1 a.m. Paris time. I hope you guys will join us. We'll see you then. I love you. And until tomorrow, may all of you always blessed be. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain, flowing to the ocean. We all come from the goddess. Oh, look, Tubies, as I was walking home, I spied between the trees moon. I don't know if you can see. It's not showing up on camera very well, but it's a beautiful crescent moon. It's actually more of a crescent. It looks more like a half moon on camera, but there's a crescent moon in the sky tonight. Blessing of the goddess. Hail to the goddess. So mote it be.